Happy Good Friday, everybody. If you're of the Christian persuasion. Although it's not a happy Good Friday for the family of Austin Metcalf, who was murdered last week by Carmelo Anthony. And but it is a Good Friday for Carmelo Anthony and his family, who have made $500,000 in donations from people for his legal defense fund, which they have turned around and allegedly rented a $900,000 house in a gated community and bought a new car, a Cadillac Escalade. Because, that's what murdering a white man, or in this case a kid, but that's what murdering a white person in the United States when you're black, that's what it gets you. $500,000 in cash, a $1 million home in a gated community in Texas, one of the safest states in the Union, and a new Cadillac Escalade. Fucking clown world we live in. Shout out to the New York Post. The Texas teen accused of fatally stabbing a high school football star at a track meet allegedly lives in a $900,000 home with his family inside a luxurious gated community, despite requesting that a judge lower his $1 million bond because of financial difficulties, according to a report. Yeah, a judge got his lowered his bond from $1 million to 250,000 because of financial difficulties, but these fucking assholes, you know, got money for this house in this gated community. They got money to rent this house in this gated community. Carmelo Anthony, 17, is holed up with his family at the pricey home inside the gated community of Rich Woods in Frisco, Texas, after he was released from jail Monday on a reduced $250,000 bond for allegedly killing Austin Metcalf earlier this month. The home, where rent is estimated to be $3,500 a month. I work a full-time job and I don't make that much money in a month. Now, the home, where rent is estimated to be $3,500 a month, had a white Suburban, a black Acura, and a third sedan in the driveway on Tuesday, according to the outlet. A neighbor said the family had just bought a new ride. He got a new car, the resident told the outlet. If you look at the license plate, it's got a paper tag and it says expires June 4th. Rich Woods is about a mile from Centennial High School, where Anthony went to school and ran track. Residents in the gated community were allegedly unaware the family was living at the home until Anthony was released Monday and have voiced concerns about having the accused killer in their exclusive neighborhood. Not good. Not good. I don't think he should be out, an anonymous mother in the neighborhood told the Daily Mail. That's the thing about gated communities, is that they tend to have like HOAs, and that the neighbors who live in these gated communities, all the people, they tend to have a say in certain things. So, the people inside this gated community might vote on this or something and get all these people kicked out. No, Jesus Christ, it's a meme, but imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if Austin Metcalf had killed Carmelo Anthony. Like, do you think he'd have $500,000? A $900,000 house in a gated community and a brand new fucking car? No, no, he wouldn't. He would still be in jail. Remember Kyle Rittenhouse? He didn't even kill any black people. He only killed 2 white guys and a Jew. And he got treated worse than this. Hell, they wouldn't let him raise legal defense funds on GoFundMe. Like, he got kicked off of the donation platforms. Kyle Rittenhouse did. Another neighbor told the outlet that Anthony's family is not poor if they lived in the gated community. They're not poor people, that's for sure, he said. The home has also been getting flooded with deliveries, according allegedly for Anthony, with Amazon trucks being seen making multiple drop-offs at his home. The outlet reported. The best thing they can do is move, said another another neighbor. I think that would be best for everyone. I mean, if there's some kind of like security threat, you know, but I mean, what's he afraid's gonna happen? That some white dude is gonna snipe him as he's come on, come on. It's unclear how long Anthony and his family have lived at the helm. Anthony had been locked in Collin County Jail and charged with first-degree murder for allegedly stabbing Metcalf, also 17, in the heart during a fight over a seat at a track meet on April 2nd. Anthony allegedly told police he was acting in self-defense, and his family claimed the narrative being spread as false, unjust, and harmful on a GibsonGo.com fundraiser for his legal fees, which has raised more than $440,000 as of Wednesday. It's more than that now. It's almost $500,000. Yeah, this is a. Oh, well, what the hell? This is the gated community, as you can see the gate protecting the community from the outside world. Initially, he was being held on $1 million bond until Collin County judge slashed it to $250,000 and ruled that he may await trial at home with an ankle monitor under 24-hour supervision from his parents or an adult designee. The lowered bond comes 1 week after Anthony's attorney said he would ask the court to reduce the excessive $1 million bond and ask the local district attorney to make a better determination of the charges. No, I think the bond was appropriate. He brought a weapon to a high school track meet and murdered a kid in cold blood with it. Allegedly. Allegedly. So, no, I think the bond was appropriate. The fund set up to help the teen's family with legal fees, and they're buying fucking cars and renting fancy houses with it, assuming that they didn't already live in the house. That's still murky. The fund set up to help the teen's family with legal fees is also being used to move and hire additional security for him and his family amid the backlash over Metcalf's death, said defense attorney Mike Howard. That's the reason why people think, because there does not appear that they are moving out of this gated community. It seems that in the 2 weeks since the murder occurred, that they have moved into this gated community. It also seems that the family was middle class. So it's not like they were hurting for money before they did the GoFundMe, you know? There's a reason why I don't use these sites. I don't use GoFundMe. I don't donate to things on GoFundMe. I don't donate to things on um, Give and Go. I don't do Kickstarters. I don't do things like that because more often than not, they're scams. Or people are going to take the money and do something, and they end up doing nefarious things with it. The fund. Sorry. Excuse me. I already read that part. Yeah. Also, there's video going around of a press conference that, and the Mike Howard, the defense attorney um, for Karmelo Anthony, he's really hamming it up. He's really hamming it up. He's really. That's the only thing I can think describe it as. It's hammy. It's like bad acting. And it's like the thing with hamming it up with bad acting is it kind of like ruins your suspension of disbelief. And I don't see how anybody can watch that press conference that happened with him and come out of it thinking that and I mean, granted, this is me trying to pretend like attorneys in general are honest actors. No, they're kind of paid to lie. Not really, because perjury is illegal, but you know what I mean. Give a vigorous defense of their clients, but he seems so fake. Like he doesn't even believe the things he's saying, and if he doesn't believe it, why shouldn't anybody else? Quote, given that Carmelo has no prior criminal history and given that this young man has not been in any sort of trouble before, 1 million is not necessary, Howard said. This family needs to be able to survive, he went on. There's been a tremendous amount of pressure. I think at this point, living in a gated community, given everything, the safety of their younger children is very warranted. Security details and criminal defense are not cheap. However, Collin County First Assistant Prosecutor Bill Worski cross-examined the family and asked why they hadn't used the money raised to pay Anthony's bond. It isn't as simple as giving a phone call to access it, Anthony's parents said, as reported by Fox 4. They explained that getting the money was difficult and a chunk of it had to go towards Anthony's legal defense. Yeah, a chunk. A small chunk. And also, let's say they don't have access to all the $500,000 they've raised. They could still, like, it's still their money. They will have access to it eventually. So, and assuming that they were a middle class family, they know that they could splurge on the new home, spend money on security detail, and buy the new car now, knowing that soon they'll have access to the GoFundMe money. So this thing, and his mother has spoken out about this, and like as I just read here, that like, well, we don't even have that money yet. No, but you know you're gonna have it soon. So, you go and you fucking, you go and you put a couple $1,000s down on a new Escalade, knowing that you're going to be able to pay it off like right around the corner as soon as you get access to that money. You go to a gated community and you rent an exuberant $1 million home in Texas for security. I mean, I just did air quotes like you could see my hands, but like for security reasons. Like this is all so transparently fuck this. We have rewarded a kid for committing murder, and again, he confessed and is claiming that it's self-defense. So it's not alleged. He did it. He brought the knife to the track meet. He stabbed Austin Metcalf in the heart. This is not alleged. This happened. The only thing the courts now have to disagree on is whether or not it was self-defense. So fuck saying allegedly. This kid killed Austin Metcalf. He killed him. And now his family is being massively rewarded because he murdered someone. And I don't care if it's a meme. Imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if Austin Metcalf had stabbed Karmelo Anthony in the heart. There would be riots in the streets. All right? BLM and Antifa would be burning shit down right now. You know, the online discourse at this point has been focused so much on how bad the Jews are, they're forgetting who the real problem demographic is in this country.